Hello everyone and welcome back. It's been a while. So October, what a fantastic month. We haven't really done much at the beginning of the month, just spending a bit of time in the garden, doing a little bit of gardening and watering the plants. But that did include shifting a load of earth over to the front of the house from the back. That's a back-breaking job, but it needs doing. However, at the beginning of the month, after we'd spent a bit of time in the garden, we spent some time helping some friends in a local village called Mendiga. We went over there to spend time with them in their newly refurbished Airbnb, a little cottage that they're renovating. And there's some other buildings next to it that they hope to renovate at some stage too. But we were there mainly just to spend some time with them and help them picking their olives. So we spent about 3 days, looking around the cottage and sharing time with them and picking olives. And it was fascinating. We've never done this before. It was our first time. But watching, the whole process, taking part in the whole process, from stripping the trees and delivering all the olives to the local lagar, and watching the whole process, watching them go through the system until they're eventually turned into olive oil. That was fascinating to watch, and the smells and sounds were unbelievable. The local lagar showed us round, gave us a good tour of the lagar and even a personal tasting of his olive oil, and that was fantastic. And then at the end of the day, being able to share some of the olive oil that we picked with the friends was just magical. Really enjoyed it. And not just olive oil, we're actually picking our own walnuts as well from our local tree next to the house and getting those ready for Christmas. And in between those times of picking olives and harvesting walnuts from the garden, one of the things we really enjoy about where we live is just getting out and going for a walk in the morning. Literally straight from the front door, across the road and into the forest tracks. So one of the things we'd really like to share with you here is one of our rituals is going around the village in the morning. So as you can see, once we come out the front door, we're into the forest tracks. And going around the forest first thing in the morning is just magical. When it's warm, it gives you shade. The forest is an indigenous forest. It's native to Portugal. It's mainly oaks and olives and bays. There is the odd eucalyptus tree, but mainly it's just indigenous forest and it's just magical. In fact, the whole area around our village is just crisscrossed with these little footpaths that go through the forests. And we love going out in the morning and just taking a walk through them, just into the woodland, then back into the village. It's an enjoyable thing to do first thing in the morning. A lot of the tracks, as you can see, are marked, and that means the local municipality have got footpath routes that go around the village. So we come out of the forest and then into the village. One of the first places we pass is the Cooking and Nature Hotel, which is on the outskirts of our village. And it's in 2 parts. There's the Emotional Hotel and the Nest, which is a little bit further down the road. And you sometimes, on your morning walk, get people walking from one hotel to the other in their bathrobes. It's quite amusing. The first bit we come out into is the nest, and that, when we first moved to the village, that was made of wood and quite surprised us, but the wood's weathered nicely and it doesn't look out of place anymore. It's actually quite a pleasant building to look at, and it gave us a little bit of peace of mind to know that using wood on our house wasn't out of the ordinary. It'd already been done. And one of the major footpath routes that goes through our little village is the Camino in between Nazaré and Fatima, and you can walk this route. There's quite a few different routes that come up from Rio Mayor and all over. There's pilgrims on their way to Nazaré or Fatima most of the year, in fact, but that goes right through our village. And the village has its own little outdoor gymnasium and a five-a-side football pitch with public toilets, and that's right next to our post office and Frigueza, our local council office. Very pleasant area. We're lucky to have a post office and council office just opposite the church, and right next to that we even have a cash point machine, which is really handy. There's always things going on in the village. The village hall is right next to the church, and there's often things in the church hall like keep fit classes and festivals. There's always something going on. And at the moment there is quite a lot of construction going on in the village. They're improving a lot of the footpaths. The village isn't a compact village, it's quite spread out. And so that they're, to make it easier to join up one area of the village to the other, they're improving all the walkways. And this is taking some time, but it's improving the village all the time. And one of the stretches of the road from our main village area takes us all the way out around the valley and brings us out at our local cafe, Cafe Malero. Very pleasant place to have a coffee in the morning and a beer during a hot day. Even the cafe has undergone some construction recently, where they've extended the cafe to a restaurant. And this is brilliant because it's walking distance from the house. The food there is amazing. You get to mix with the local Portuguese villagers. It's that real Portuguese village vibe. And the food is amazing. The staff are fantastic. It's just a great place to come and have a drink or something to eat. And so I hope that's given you a little bit of insight into what it's like living in a small Portuguese village, and just give you a taste of what it's like walking around the village. There's more to see in the village. It goes further up the hill, which we haven't really covered, but just to give you a little taster of what it's like. And one thing's for sure, it's always nice to get home. And, well, if you think it's all peace and tranquility and quiet village life, well, think again.
Oh, pirates, yes, forever. Sold out to the merchant ship. It's after they took out from the bottom of space. But my hands were in slow. Mighty hands of the Almighty. We forwarded this generation, triumphantly. Would you have to sing these songs of freedom?
There's always time to mix with our friends and neighbours in this village, in our neighbouring villages, and we get together and we have some really good nights out. It's a fantastic whole community up here. The Portuguese and the expats, there's a real mixture, but it's all great fun. Great seeing old friends and making new friends. We've met some new friends from over the pond in Canada. A fantastic time had by all. And if you're into hiking, well, just over the hill, not far away, there's a quarry. And so we met up with some other new friends that we've made and went for a hike around the quarry. Really interesting artwork that's on display, and new friends and new hikes. What's not to like? Did I mention hiking? Yeah, we do a lot of that around here. The landscape is stunning, so what's not to like? And the beach isn't far away either.